Different way of doing it.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, I am. We are ready.
You don't stop.
Oh, well, as soon as I turn...
Since you didn't turn the music off, it was sitting on my cap. I thought maybe you hadn't started yet.
There we go. That was an oops for sure.
You can sit on my cap. It's okay.
Yes.
No, it's all right.
I make your cap warm and your hat.
It needs to be flattened out.
All right, Mr. Hawkins, what are we doing here now?
Now that your little joke is over, I'm here once again on Monday, April 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I'm being fooled.
Well, hello, Cousin Freddie. Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be reading, as usual, columns that were written for the African Times newspaper back in 1996. Wow, centuries ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm finding the more I read these things, the more relevant they seem to be to present day times. The thing that strikes me about this one has to do with one of my favorite MSNBC anchorman, Lawrence O'Donnell.
Mm.
And you'll see what I mean in a minute. He was responsible for bringing in hundreds of deaths for children in Malawi.
Right,
And,
right.
you know, it was such a touching gesture.
Mm-hmm.
He went there.
Right.
I don't know what made him do it. I don't know why he did it.
Mm-hmm. But the
But he
important
did.
thing is that he did it.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you've ever been been in a school situation or academic situation where people were sitting on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a school in Ghana where they were sitting on the floor doing their lessons in dirt, in sand,
Wow.
and scratching it out. I thought, wow, this,
Mm-hmm.
and they were doing it because they wanted to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this piece was written in April 15th, 1999.
That's Queen
I
Jewel's
did-
birthday is April 15th.
Yeah, I did a few columns in 1999, but the basic, number of them were 1996 to 98.
Okay.
At last, Malawi gets first TV station.
Oh.
Malawi has finally launched its first television network 35 years after gaining independence from Britain. Malawi, one of the last countries in the world to own a television station, had access foreign television broadcast via satellite before launching its own network. The network, known as TV Malawi, was launched on April 1st.
That's funny.
Right here, April 1st.
Okay, gotcha.
And broadcast to Malawi's main urban centers of Blantyre, Zomba, Mzuzu and Lilongwe.
Mm.
The network costs $20 million and will be extended nationwide. Community viewing centers will also be established depending on the availability of funds, according to Vincent Timbo, TV Malawi's project manager. Patrick Makina, Deputy General Manager of the state-controlled Malawi Development Corporation, one of the major shareholders, and TV Malawi has about 250,000 viewers, just 2.5% of the country's population of 9.8 million people.
Wow.
There are about 40,000 television sets in the country, and based on an average of 6 people per family, there will be at least 250,000 viewers for TV Malawi, he said.
Mm.
According to the Ministry of Information, TV Malawi will be used to promote socioeconomic development in the country. Here's looking at you guys.
This is so true. How nice.
Priority will be given to issues pertaining, but not limited to, agriculture, food security and nutrition, education and culture, involving such items as songs, environmental protection, and Crime Prevention, said Information Minister Sam Mbazu. President Bakili Muzuli said by setting up the station, Malawi has created its own medium for expressing the country's culture and national identity, and warned workers at the station against reducing it into a channel of vulgarity and violence. Malawi is one of the world's poorest nations. According to the 1998 UN Development Program report, 48% of the country's 9.8 million people have inadequate income to acquire basic needs. It also has one of the most unequal distributions of income in the world. The country's nominal per capita gross domestic product, GDP, is only $200.
Oh my.
$200.
Wow.
Less than half of the sub-Sahara average. Less than 6 million Malawians have access to safe water, and only 2/5 of the population can read and write. The UN Population Fund said Malawi's infant and under 5 mortality rates are exceptionally high, at 134 and 234 per 1,000 births. While mortality rate at 620 per 100,000 live births is among the highest in the world. The challenge must be to produce programs that will strengthen our cultural values and promote development. Our poverty profile is very high, said Mulusi. But some politicians, rights groups, and the media claim Malawi's capacity to run a television station, given the country's debt burden of 2.4 billion kwachi. Dollar is equal to 45 kwachis, that's the exchange rate. $1, 45 kwachis. How will government determine its priorities? Reads a commentary in the nation's weekly newspaper of April 3rd to the 4th. Will it put TV before agriculture, entertainment before food? Will it place TV before health, cartoons before medicine? The paper warns that the dilemma will become very pressing sooner than most people may have thought. We know TV is an extremely expensive undertaking, and funding it from public coffers has its shortfalls. So you know that. We appreciate the prestige associated with the television station, but our economy is too small and not in good shape at the moment to sustain such an undertaking, said an economist in Lilongwe. Apart from imported programs from South Africa, Zimbabwe, and a possible deal with cable news network CNN, many feel the local content will be highly controlled and biased towards the ruling United Democratic Front, especially since Malawians are preparing for general elections scheduled for May 25th. If you critically analyze the public media, then you cannot expect any professional to report age. TV Malawi will certainly be another campaign tool, said Dan Mustafa of the Alliance for Democracy, one of the country's main opposition parties. An international media watchdog monitoring the performance of the local media ahead of the elections has already described the Malawi Broadcasting Corporation, that is MBC, and the state-owned weekly newspapers as biased in favor of UDF officials. The London-based International Center Against Censorship, popularly known as Article 19, made the observation in its report entitled Malawi Media Election Monitoring Project 1999, released 3 weeks ago. It is very unfortunate that even with less than 2 months into the polling day, the public media remains partisan, biased towards the ruling party, said Diana Comack, coordinator of the projects. One role of a democratic government is to ensure that an environment exists where facts, opinions, and ideas can flow freely, where all sides of an argument can be heard, where debate among people, parties, and candidates is robust, she said. Can you imagine an Englishman being able to say something like what she just said after they got through colonizing half of the known world and telling them what to do and what to say? The TV Malawi project was jointly launched by the state-owned Malawi Post and Telecommunications Company and Malaysian television company in 1996 before the latter pulled out. So, we know that April 1st, Malawi had a television station.
Yes.
And I hope it's still there.
And we hope it is too, definitely. Thank you. That was rather interesting.
Just a little information.
Especially
I tried to be a
April
little
1st.
bit dramatic there, but
Yes.
I hope it didn't disturb you too much.
It was good. Thank you very much. It helped.
Hope you didn't disturb you.
And with that, your website is www.odiehawkins.com. And your new book, Quadrant Balls and Bright Moments, is available now on the internet, on Amazon, and probably Barnes & Noble internet. And so we'll talk more about it in the coming week.
Tomorrow, ooh, a touch of Pan-Africanism. A touch of Pan-Africanism.
Okay.
It's going to be slightly different than the thing that we did today.
Well,
and I look forward to it, and I look forward to being with you again.
Likewise.
I don't know what to say.
Try it.
It.
And I'll try this.